Hello and welcome to our first YouTube video, Fantasy Football, Just Another Podcast production. We're super excited. Thanks for listening to the first show. We got Jeff back and better than ever here to mock draft with us. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to show you our mock draft so you can follow along, watch how the picks are being picked as we go. We're going to start off. We're all going to pick our draft positions in the middle of the draft so we can fight against each other, take those middle picks, sometimes typically a little tougher being in the middle of the draft. Jeff, why don't you start us off? Pick one of the middle picks. Which one do you want to take in this mock draft here on Sleeper app?
So we all agreed we're going to take something in the middle of the draft, right, and bunch together. I'm going to take the 7th pick because I'm going to clean up the scraps that you guys miss on.
Okay, I like it. Steve, what do you got? 5 or 6? We're all going to bunch in the middle.
Okay. I was really hoping 7 would fall to me, but I'll take because of that, I'll take 5 though.
I got 6. Great. Thanks, guys.
A Matt sandwich.
Matt sandwich. Let's start it up, Steve. Get the draft going. All right. Dalvin Cook, number 1. We got McCaffrey, Chubb at 3.
Wow. Whoa. Okay.
Derrick Henry going 4. Steve, you're up. Who you taking?
Damn.
My last year's bust pick falls to me. How ironic, but I'm going to take him. Alvin Kamara. Pretty no-brainer for me there.
Yeah, you have to.
All right, so I'm up. This is a tough pick. First round, you got Barkley, got the injury risk. Jonathan Taylor's got some questions over there with Wentz being hurt. So I'm going to go with, I know I said Dak could get hurt this year. He could be a bust, but I like Zeke returning to form. I'm taking Zeke.
Seems like a logical choice. Real quick, guys, what's the scoring format in this league?
PPR, full PPR.
PPR. How many points for touchdowns?
6 point.
6 point touchdown. Man, there are some options here. There are some options here at 7 that I did not think I would have. One of them I thought would be available would be Nick Chubb, certainly. But I'm gonna have to go with how do you hit select?
Just draft on the left side there. You get an hour, but you don't have to take the whole time.
I'm sorry, hang on. Boom. Sorry, guys.
Aaron Jones, I like it.
Yeah, that's a really good pick. That's who I would have gone with as well. Jeff, I thought you were going to take Barkley after all that talking up of Barkley.
Too much risk. Too much risk. You got to let Barkley fall to you, is my opinion this year.
All right, Barkley, Taylor, Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes goes in the first round. Wow, coming back in the second. Devontae Adams, Travis Kelce, DK Metcalf, Austin Eckler, and Najee Harris coming back around to Jeff.
First of all, of course, Patrick Mahomes goes in the first round. That's not a surprise. But where do I mean,
he's solid, but you're giving up on a lot of high draft picks here.
Oh, there's a running back I like a lot here. I can't believe he's available. Guys, I'm used to 16 teams. I'm not used to having these kind of options. I'm gonna go with Antonio Gibson here.
Antonio Gibson, I like it. I'm up. I have to take my wide receiver 1 here. Love the guy. Think he's gonna have a great year. Calvin Ridley.
See, all right. The first spot that you stole my pick, Matt. So
nice.
I definitely was interested in Ridley, but because Ridley and Travis Kelce are gone, I'm going another running back here. I know Jeff doesn't like him, but
hate him.
I think volume play here. I think, volume play. So I'll go Joe Mixon
in the division, in the Cleveland Browns own division. What a
all right. So DeAndre Hopkins, J.K. Dobbins, second round.
Tight ends are flying off the board.
Yep. Justin Jefferson ends the second round. Coming back, Kittle, Keenan Allen, Darren Waller, Miles Sanders. Steve, you're up. 3rd pick. Got 2 running backs so far. Who are you taking?
All right. So I'm staring at my Buckeye, Terry McLaurin. Obviously very tempted by him, but I did not expect CEH to be available to me in the 3rd round. I I'm gonna take the risk here and go 3 running backs in a row. Go see.
Man, just snaked my pick. I really wanted him to fall to me there. Would have been a real nice pick.
I didn't think there was any way. Middle of the 3rd round.
All right, so I'm up. I have to take my pick. I really wanted CEH. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go with Detroit, DeAndre Swift. I think he's got a lot of potential to have a big season. Goff's going to need some help. He loves to dump off to those running backs. So DeAndre Swift's my pick. Jeff, you're up. 2 running backs so far as well.
Great pick, because that was mine next for sure if he was there. And I already have 2 running backs. If I had that 3-headed monster at running back, it's over.
Your guy's staring you. Chris Carson.
Oh, no, I know. That's why I'm picking him. Chris Carson.
All right, Chris Carson off the board. Josh Jacobs goes next. Allen Robinson. We got a wide receiver run. Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin, Julio Jones, CeeDee Lamb. Coming back, we got Josh Allen as the second quarterback. Dave Montgomery, Amari Cooper, and Darrell Henderson. Coming back around to Jeff. 3 running backs so far. Both Steve and Jeff with 3 running backs. We got a run on running backs in this draft, as you have in most leagues. Who you taking, Jeff?
So I need a wideout at this point, and there's a couple guys that I'm teetering on. Love Cooper Kupp, especially with his weapon. Adam Thielen is getting old, but man, that guy just does not end being productive. Both really good wide receivers here. I might spin it here and go with, oh man, a guy who's very valuable. Is going to spend a lot of fantasy points. I'm going to go with Kyler Murray.
Ooh, quarterback here. Kyler Murray passing up on the wide receivers. I agree, though. Wide receiver has a lot of depth right now. There's a lot of guys I like out there. So I'm going to pass on wide receiver at the moment as well. ETN, we just talked about him, someone that intrigues me. I'm going to pick him up. I got 2 running backs to start the season if he doesn't start right away. And I think he can be a valuable asset to have in the stash for deep down in the season as it goes on. Steve,
wait a minute. We're not going to let Matt get away with drafting a backup running back in the 4th round, right? Drafted a backup running back in the 4th round.
I am very thankful. So, Jeff, I will say you stole my pick because I was liking Kyler there. But Matt, I am very happy that you left me your sleeper pick. So I am taking him. Thank you. You should have taken him there.
I probably should have. Good pick, DJ Moore. So after Steve takes his first wide receiver, DJ Moore, great pick. Godwin, Lamar Jackson, Kyle Pitts, and Robert Woods ends the 4th round. Coming around the 5th round, Myles Gaskin, Cooper Kupp, Jamar Chase, and Adam Thielen.
See, I feel so good about this. With this guy falling to me, this becomes a total no-brainer here.
Yeah.
Even though I called his quarterback my bust pick.
What are you talking about? Of course he's going to throw it to him a ton.
I'm taking him.
Man,
that is the steal of the 4th round, 5th round. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but Jeff, 12 teams.
Tyler Lockett, great pick. That was another guy I was looking at. There was a bunch of wide receivers. I was hoping one came back to me. None of them did. I'm going to have to rethink what I'm going to do on the fly here. I got 3 running backs. I got a wide receiver. Looking at wide receiver, not who I wanted, but there is still a guy I like a lot over there in San Francisco, and Brandon Ayuk. I think he could have a great season. Jimmy G can still pass the ball, and Trey Lance could be a stud too if he gets to become the starter. So I'm going with my second wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk.
All right, so this is not going to be a great fantasy play. This is going to be a homer play. This is a guy I want to see have the electric season that we thought he was going to have when we brought him here.
He will.
Odell Beckham.
Hey,
all right.
Look at the back-to-back Browns. OBJ and Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt goes next, then Russell Wilson, James Robinson, Kenny Galladay, Mark Andrews ends the 5th round, coming back in the 6th. T. Higgins, Deontay Johnson, Javonte Williams, TJ Hawkinson, and Justin Herbert coming back around to Jeff.
guys, this is a perfect scenario.
Yep, I know who he's gonna pick.
I got
folks.
the guy I was debating between OBJ. I not only do I talk my talk, I walk my walk, and I'm also doing my research to make sure I'm not missing anything here. But I believe, oh my gosh, guys, the best tight end available is Noah Fant. I'm gonna go with my guy, Devontae.
Yep. Knew it was coming. Nice job.
Devonta Smith, nice pick. And look, I'm taking that tight end who you call a bust, who you keep laughing at. I'm taking Noah Fant. I think he can be stellar out there in Denver.
From Drew Lock.
Drew Lock's going to need somebody to help him out.
That guy's going to have 14 snaps a game. He's so bad at quarterback.
Noah Fant has a ton of potential this year to have a great season. I like to pick a wide receiver or a quarterback in the first 5 rounds. Didn't do it, so I snagged my tight end in the 6th. Steve, you're up.
Terrible pick, Matt.
Oh,
Thank you.
man. Okay, so I'm gonna do something a little bit unique here because I'm loving the makeup of my team. Kamara, Mixon, CEH as my running backs. Love the solid wide receiver core I have in DJ Moore and TJ Lockett. So this is a little bit unique, but I'm going to take the chance that Michael Thomas's injury is going to end sooner than we think.
Oh, there it is. The early reach.
And
the guy everyone wants in their league.
That's right. But I feel like my roster makeup gives me the chance to reach a little bit. So I'm going to take him.
You don't have a quarterback.
I don't need a quarterback.
All right. After that, Juju, Leonard Fournette, Dak goes off the board, and DJ Shark to end the 6th round, come back in the 7th. Mike Davis, Chase Claypool, Chase Edmonds, Aaron Rodgers at the 7-4, coming back around to Steve. Steve's got 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, no tight ends, no quarterbacks. What do you got, Steve?
I still feel really good about this. So this is nobody that I didn't want to come off the board came off the board. So I'm going to take a shot on a rookie running back here that I think's in a tremendous offense that is the best running back on the team. So here it is. Another, well, I guess in some ways a homer pick, but there it is. Trey Sermon.
Trey Sermon.
Ooh.
I like the pick.
Is that your 6th running back?
Yeah, I mean, close.
4th running back. Now, I'm going to actually take someone who I think Trey Sermon is going to be a great NFL running back, but I think this year is not his year. I believe that Raheem Mostert, who I'm going to take, another San Francisco running back, is going to be their RB1 this year. They're going to run him like crazy.
Wow.
Make way for Trey Sermon next year, but I think it's Mostert's year this year.
Matt, wouldn't you? Matt,
I don't think there's a more impressive thing that's ever happened in a draft when someone drafts the guy who they think is going to be good and the guy who is currently the starter in back-to-back picks.
Matt, wouldn't you like to own a dynasty team that has both Raheem Mostert and Trey Sermon?
That would be a dream come true. If only that was real life. Oh, wait, it is.
It is real life. Woo-hoo.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
Only if you're in the league, Steve, because your picks are terrible.
You got 3 running backs, a quarterback, 2 wide receivers.
You don't worry about my starting lineup. I'll worry about my starting lineup.
Spicy.
So let's see here.
I mean, the guy acts like he's got a picture on this podcast.
Whoa. Oh, value pick. Oh, I don't know if I can take it though. Oh man. Yeah, I got to take it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go 3 wideouts in a row.
Cortland Sutton, I love the pick. Great
Back.
pick. He is a little banged up this year so far. He's got a couple injuries, but
I really
great
rooting for
pick
that.
if he
I'm really
well.
rooting for that guy. I hope he does well.
Now I want to say you trash Noah Fant and then you take Cortland Sutton about Drew Lock in Denver.
What are we in the 7th round? It's all about value.
All right, so after that goes Ronald Jones, Jalen Waddle. Then we got a running back round, Melvin Gordon, Michael Carter, Kenyon Drake to end the 7th. Come back in the 8th.
I know who he's picking next.
You don't.
James Conner, Damian Harris coming back around, Jerry Jeudy, Robbie Anderson and Debo. Who you got, Jeff?
He's head of the fan club. I know who he's taking.
What fan club?
Yeah, you'll see it.
You don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, we'll see.
I can't take him. If you're thinking tight end, I can't take him.
No, not tight end, wide receiver.
Oh, I
The-
see him.
The
No,
president of the fan club.
No. There's a couple of picks I like better than him right now.
Best wide receiver in the history of the game.
No. Man, I'm really torn, guys. I'm not usually this turned around in a 12-team league. All right, you know what? I like this guy.
Will Fuller suspended for the first game, but Jeff likes the odds with him
Yeah.
off PDs this year.
Having 3 wide receivers before that, I love it.
Takes his 4th wide receiver in a row. I like it.
I don't need
All
to
right.
start him in week 1. But
I'm
somebody else might.
I'm up. Now, I like to look at quarterbacks and see that there's 3 people behind me that have a quarterback, but 2 that don't, including Steve. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take somebody who's got a high ceiling if he keeps performing, a great value pick that I could see being a top 5 guy here. I'm about to pick as a QB9, Tom Brady. I'm not going to bet against him. Father Time is obviously on his side. He's going to fall apart one year, but I don't think it's going to happen yet. I called Mike Evans a bust because maybe it will. Someone's got to not do on that team, but I'm going Tom Brady here in the 8th round.
Yeah, was definitely looking at him. I mean, it was a good pick, but
Jeff is sick over it.
I'll take a stack away from you here because I do agree with your pick. I was about to take him, so I'll take a stack away from you here
Nice.
and go Antonio Brown.
I was looking at him
Hey, Matt.
next round.
Matt, I love that you took his quarterback away, and now
Love it.
Trevor Lawrence just went, and what's Joe Burrow just went.
Gasecki, Brandon
What's
Cook,
the left?
David Johnson,
Scraps.
Trevor
What
Lawrence,
scraps do you get for waiting until?
Jarvis Landry, Tyler Boyd, LaVisca Chenault, Jeff's boy in the 9th round, Joe
All right.
Burrow coming back around to Steve.
All right, so because I missed out on that quarterback that I wanted last round,
Now
I'm
you-
gonna have to go with this. I think it's a guy that has had an offense that has tremendously improved. Plus, he's been good for fantasy. Plus, he gets a little bit of rushing yards on the ground as well. I'm gonna go Ryan Tannehill.
Oh, I
Mike
did not see
Tannehill.
that coming. I did not see that coming. I thought you were describing Matt Stafford.
Oh, Matt Stafford doesn't rush the ball. Come on.
No, I must have missed that part. I already assumed you were picking Matt Stafford there because of his offense,
No.
and not not a quarterback who hands the ball off 30 times a game. But
Yeah.
okay,
He's never
All
had
right.
Julio. He's never had Julio Jones before,
he's got AJ Brown.
but he's never had Julio Jones.
I'm up. I got 2 wide receivers so far. I got a guy here in Michael Pittman, who I like. I think he's going to become the wide receiver 1. T.Y. Hilton. We retired him last year in fantasy football. He's done. Send him to the dumpster. Michael Pittman, wide receiver 1 here in the 9th round.
If Wentz stays healthy,
His
it's a
team.
great pick.
That is a
Totally-
big question mark.
Totally agree, but you guys are describing Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton.
Would
I'm
love to
sorry,
see it, but
Paris Campbell. Paris Campbell.
Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton.
We like to keep it PG on this show. No Paris Hilton.
I thought I said Paris Campbell. Did I say Paris?
You said
said
Paris Hilton twice.
He's confident with the Paris Hilton.
This is a family show, right?
Yes.
All right, guys. Oh my gosh. How many wide receivers do I have? A lot. There are so much. Guys, if anybody's debating what to do in fantasy this year, there is such incredible depth.
There
at
really
wide
is.
receiver. Like there are incredibly value wide receivers in round 9. Round 9.
All right, Jeff, who you taking? Jeff's the slowest picker today.
Well, I just feel like I need to fill out roster spots and I don't, but this is 12 and not 16. So I get excited when I see some names. All right. I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna go I'm gonna go to value here. I think Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, they're the best value, right?
If you say so.
Are they not? I mean, Buffalo is going to be a touchdown scoring offense. Oh, all right. Screw you guys. Corey Davis is the number one wide receiver. He's got a terrible offense that he's working with, but
All right, Corey Davis. After that goes Matthew Stafford, a couple tight ends in Goddard and Gronkowski, then Zach Moss ending the 9th round, Jalen Hurts coming back around the 10th. Marquise Hollywood Brown, Logan Thomas, Baker Mayfield, AJ Dillon, back up in Green Bay, and then Robert Tonyan coming back around. Will Jeff take his 6th wide receiver in a row here?
Big tight end run. So it'll be curious to see if Jeff takes one.
And he does. Tyler Higbee. I like the value there.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that exact thing to happen. He was not worth the 9th round pick, but he is worth the 10th round pick.
I like it. Good pick. Steve's up. Or excuse me, I'm up. I'm taking my boy. He's a little banged up right now, but I think he's going to be healthy and have a great year with Fitzmagic on a new team. Ohio State's favorite, Curtis Samuel.
OH!
Man,
I.O.
man.
Hey, also, he's very hurt right now. I'm not sure what's going on with him.
I don't care. I stole him from Steve. I know he won. I knew he wanted
I know,
him.
and that is exactly who I was looking at. But
That's all that matters.
I'll go with a different type of Ohio State homer. Again, I think Jeff talked about it a little bit earlier. I think Justin Fields is going to take over. And we saw a little bit of what Darnell Mooney can do. No, I'm not there yet, but we saw a little bit of what Darnell Mooney can do. So I'm going to go with Darnell Mooney.
Okay.
Darnell Mooney. I like in Chicago. Oh, we got some defenses. Baltimore Ravens, Mike Williams, LA Rams, and Irv Smith in the 10th. Coming back around in the 11th, Devin Singletary, Tony Pollard, Naeem Hines, and Rashad Bateman. Obviously, Team 4 doesn't know that Bateman's banged up, but we won't tell him. Steve, you're up.
It is the 11th round, so I don't totally hate it. Oh man. Okay, so
when did Zach Moss go?
Zach Moss went just a little bit before.
Ninth round.
Just a couple picks before you pick Corey Davis. So, okay, so let's see. Man, I am a little bit torn here. I will say I'm a little bit torn. So what I've been hearing, I think Houston is going to be absolutely miserable. But what I've been hearing out of Houston is that they love Philip Lindsay. And I mean, that guy, we obviously saw him on a not so good team. And if he does get a lot of volume, he could be it. So I'm going to go with Philip Lindsay here.
All right. Good pick. Philip Lindsay out there in Houston. We'll see if David Johnson can hold on to the starting role. Sounds like they're talking about him being in a Duke Johnson type role, so could open the way up for Philip Lindsay.
Which is ironic because Duke did nothing there.
Exactly. Not great. My turn. You didn't take the guy I was looking at. There's a guy that just got a nice $10 million 2-year contract from the Baltimore Ravens. I think he could be a flex player for me at running back. I got 4 wide receivers, 4 running backs, a tight end, and a QB. So looking for some flex-worthy players on my team, going with the Gus Edwards. Hopefully could be a spot starter when needed.
The guy that every J.K. Dobbins owner hates.
Absolutely. Jeff doesn't like the pick, making a smirky face.
Terrible pick for value in the 11th round. Okay. I clearly have a lot of wide receivers. I have 5 wide receivers, 3 all starting caliber RB1 running backs.
And Jeff hasn't taken a running back since the 3rd round.
A QB1. So obviously
3 lesser running backs than me.
I'm going to fill out my roster by taking a defense.
Washington football team defense. Okay. Gallup goes, and then we got to run on defenses. The Buccaneers, the Steelers, the 49ers. Ending the 11th round is Elijah Moore from the Jets. Coming back around the 12th, Hunter Henry, Justin Fields, Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun, who? What?
Deshaun Watson,
What?
you never know.
You guys said this was one of the best mock draft apps.
This is not a family show.
McCole Hardman, yeah, right. McCole Hardman coming back around to Jeff.
Well, this seems easy because I talked about him in one of our earlier podcasts that was recorded weeks ago.
There you go.
Marvin Jones, like the pick. Solid wide receiver down there. Trevor Lawrence is going to need someone to throw to. Well, they haven't decided the quarterback yet. You never know.
Chuck the ball.
Could be Minshew.
Yeah.
And looking at the available guys right here, there's someone who I think could crush this year. Didn't have a great rookie year, but he's really hyped up. Has a lot of potential. Derek Carr's a pretty good quarterback. Not great, but he's going to need Henry Ruggs to depend on.
Yeah.
Taking Henry Ruggs, great value pick here in the 12th round. A lot of potential. Jeff's making noises, but hey,
I had Henry Ruggs on my roster last year, and it
wasn't pretty.
It was obviously like a 15th round pick, but even then, it was a regret.
Man, Matt. So I really thought you were going to pick this next guy. So I thought he was off.
Yeah, I think I'm where you're at, Steve.
But I got Tannehill and I like Tannehill. But if this guy does start with his rushing ability at quarterback, I'm going to love him. So I'm going to go Trey Lance because if he does start week 1, I think I'm going to like the pick.
All right, I like it.
Is that what you were
After
expecting, Jeff?
Who'd you take?
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
No, I didn't expect you to a backup quarterback
Okay.
2 rounds after you. No, that makes no sense.
Okay. Well,
Like in a league of 12, you
hey, look, if he doesn't start, then he's gone off my team, but no biggie.
All right, after that goes Devontae
All right.
Parker, Evan Ingram, Jonnu Smith, Buffalo Bills defense coming back in the 13th round. Kirk Cousins, T.Y. Hilton, he's retired, forget about him. Indianapolis Colts defense and Jamal Williams, who's now on the Detroit Lions. Steve, you're up.
All right. So here's a guy that has done fairly well in preseason. And, I'm interested to see what he's like. He had a good fantasy year down the stretch. So I'm interested. I know it's, hey, we're talking late. We're talking taking some shots on some guys. So I'm going to take a shot on Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers out of New England. I like it. Good pick there. He's got a lot of potential to catch from hopefully Mac Jones because Cam Newton doesn't throw any passing yards there. So we'll see how that situation turns out in New England. I'm up. PPR league. I need another running back. I've taken 3 wide receivers in the past 4 rounds. I want some more depth at running back, and I like J.D. McKissick. I think he gets those passing yards from Fitzmagic, some receptions, help me out in the PPR, gives me a little more depth at running back. Jeff, you're up.
Steve, I cannot wait to have you in the NJFL because your picks are terrible.
A lot of trash talking from Jeff today, guys.
I mean that with all due respect. I don't know if I prefaced it with all due respect. Your picks are terrible.
We're going to put these teams up to a vote, Jeffrey, and we'll find out.
No. Votes don't matter. Points matter. So, man. So I need running back depth as well. And there's just nothing to be had out there. I mean, unless you're rooting for injury, you're handcuffing at this point. I'm gonna
6 wide receivers and 3 running backs. Interesting strategy by Jeff here.
Yeah, I just I want assets that I can deploy or I can trade, right? That's my fantasy strategy. My quarterback's locked in. I'm not really looking at quarterback. There's nobody there of interest. Running back wise, there's all handcuffs and backups. Wide receivers is the best value, and that's where I'm going to go Russell Gage.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
All right, after Russell Gage goes Cleveland Browns, the rookie Amon-Ra St. Brown, Adam Troutman, Aguilar, New England Patriots.
Oh, and he took my backup tight end. That's
Coming around, Latavius Murray, Rondale Moore, Cole Beasley, Alexander Madison, and Zach Ertz. Coming back around to Jeff.
I was really hoping he would be there. I thought he would still be alive, so I'm going to go with another backup tight end that I believe in.
Oh, go with Cleveland. Austin Hooper.
So I was really hoping the Browns defense would fall to me. It did not. Oh, wait, this is
I'm
you.
up
sorry.
first.
Yep. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Steve's trying to jump over me.
Go ahead. Sorry.
That's all right.
Know your role,
He's
Steve.
talking about defense, so that means I have to take a defense so I can try to steal the one from Steve that he was about to take. Second to last round here.
My God.
I'm going to go
12-team league.
Broncos are going to need a strong defense to help support that not so great offense. I'm going with Denver's defense.
All right. So since I'm not taking the
They're going to
defense,
be on the field a lot.
I'm going to be willing to take my sleeper tight end, Cole Kmet here and be okay.
Cole Kmet. After Cole Kmet goes Kenneth Gainwell, Chuba Hubbard, Tua Tagovailoa, Terrence Marshall. Coming around in the last round, Devontae Booker, Tevin Coleman, Traquan Smith, Gerald Everett. Steve, who's your last pick? You taking a defense here? Can we pick kicker, Steve?
Steve, I appreciate you walking the walk with your Cole Kmet pick. Like, I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I needed a tight end and it needed to happen. Oh boy, I just am not sure on defenses here. Some of the defenses that are out there have very tough first week. So here's what I'm going to do, which is a strategy I've taken quite often in fantasy football. It's not a common one, but it's one I'm going to take. So I'm going
Two defenses.
I'm going to not take a defense at all. And
Whoa!
I'm going to take a look as it comes closer as to who to drop to see how some of the rosters shake out. But I'm going to take a shot at old man AJ Green out in Arizona, and then I'll figure out my defense come closer to week 1.
All right, I like it. I was looking at AJ, saw him floating out there, thought he could be a good flyer as the last pick in the draft. So nice work, Steve. Solid pick there. Now I'm just looking for someone who gives me a little bit of potential, someone who could maybe make a little noise.
Tim Tebow?
Tim Tebow is actually the 188 ADP, evidently. I don't think that'll last too long. But he is in the sleeper app, which is very accurate per Steve. I'm going to go with a tight end, Noah Fant. You never know. Like Jeff said, he's got a high ceiling, but he's also could have a rough year. I'm going to go with Berkshire over there in Tennessee. Maybe keep around for a week or two, see if he gets some targets from Tannehill. Jeff, you're up with your last pick of the draft.
All right, so I got to say, drafting 12 versus 16 is a very different sport because I'm looking at my lineup right now and I'm thinking,
Jeff, we did offer you to be in a 10-team league.
I'm just saying, championship all the way, studs up and down the roster.
Come prove it.
Like you have to get to like round 11 and so on.
Jeff, put your money where your mouth is.
Oh my gosh, you guys. All right. So I'm gonna go pure value here. And this is for all of our listeners that have listened to this long. I'm gonna go flex. I'm gonna tell you who's the most valuable pick you could possibly get in the 15th round of a 12-team league. It may be this guy.
What happened? I fell asleep.
No, hang on. All right. That's enough out of you. All right. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go with this guy, Speedster. It's going to happen. He's got a quarterback now. Let's give it up for the OH.
Yep. All right.
Paris
good
Campbell.
Pick. But Jeff, I am serious. Come put your money where your mouth is. We got a 10-team league that's looking to expand to 12. Come on over.
Come on over.
The NGFL commissioner doesn't mess around with 10-team leagues. We got to
the
GFL. 12, Jeff. We're looking to expand.
The NGFL is a 16-team league, elite fantasy football league in Cleveland.
Jeff plays only one league.
But
that's okay. And in the draft here, Jalen
I got a lot. To be fair, I've got a lot of commissioning responsibilities.
Oh, tons of responsibilities. Christian Kirk
to keep track of.
Gio Bernard and the last pick, Rashad Penny. So let's review our teams real quick.
Terrible pick. Whoever picked Rashad Penny.
Last pick of the draft. Jeff, why don't you review your team briefly for us? Tell everyone what picks you got across the board here.
Again, guys, I get really excited when I'm drafting 12 teams because I'm used to drafting 16. So I
know.
Yeah. Aaron Jones, Gibson and Carson is an insane running back trio. Kyler Murray at the quarterback position, not so shabby. Now, I do a stretch of wide receivers here that I'm expecting a lot out of that maybe won't produce top flight stats, but OBJ, Devontae Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner in Philly, and Cortland Sutton, I'm okay with those guys. I got some depth in Fuller. I got some depth in Davis, Marvin Jones, Gage, all wide receivers. Campbell, even they're all 1-2s. Tight end, okay. Washington defense, I think, is going to be really, really good. Chase Young is a really good player, and I would say Austin Hooper is probably the reach of the draft.
Yeah, but it's your second tight end, so who cares?
But go Browns.
All right, Matt, go
I
ahead.
have to have a Brown on my team. Go Browns.
Absolutely. So looking at my team here, started out with Zeke, took 3 running backs in the first 4 rounds with DeAndre Swift and Travis Etienne. See a lot of potential there. Took Calvin Ridley, my number 1 wide receiver, followed by Brandon Ayuk in the 5th. Jumped over to tight end Noah Fant. I think he's got a high ceiling. Was up to 62 receptions last year. Think he can get even more this year with that great Drew Lock. Raheem Mostert, I think you got a starter there in San Francisco, taking him in the 7th. Going with Tom Brady as my starting quarterback, followed up with some nice wide receivers, high volume, Michael Pittman, Curtis Samuel, and Henry Ruggs. Then pick some running backs so I think can get that PPR potential in Gus Edwards and J.D. McKissick. Picked my defense in Denver Broncos and finished up with my tight end 2. We'll see how he does. Anthony Frickshire.
Hey, Steve, before you go, can we talk about the Trey Sermon and Raheem Mostert?
We're going to. So,
okay.
All right. So I went first 3 picks as well. Kamara, Mixon, and then when CEH fell to me in the 3rd round, I just felt like, hey, that start at running back is so solid. So I felt really good about that. Then going with a couple of Matt's picks there, I felt like DJ Moore and Tyler Lockett, felt really good about that start at wide receiver. And I felt at that point, I felt like my team had a unique ability to pick Michael Thomas. It's not something I would normally do.
Draft 5 wide receivers before you reach for Michael Thomas, will you?
No, but listen, it's not something I would normally do. But I think I have the ability, given the talent that's on my roster, I have the ability to sit Michael Thomas for some games. And hey, if it works out, it works out. So I disagree with Matt in the sense that I do think Trey Sermon is going to take over quickly. I think it's going to be in the first few games. And again, because I took those first 3 running backs, I think I have the unique ability to kind of sit on Trey Sermon until he's ready. But I think that's going to come pretty early. I think it's going to come in the first, say, 6 games of the year.
Like Justin Fields.
So guys like Antonio Brown will be a perfect fill-in while I wait on guys like Michael Thomas. The 2 quarterbacks I took Ryan Tannehill. He's going to be a very solid quarterback. Happy if I have to start him all year.
Hey, Steve, can I interrupt? Did you want Joe Burrow more?
No, not at all.
What?
No, not
I would
at all.
totally love Joe Burrow more than Ryan Tannehill.
No, not me. No, I'll take Ryan Tannehill. Like I said, I think he's got Julio Jones. He's got AJ Brown.
Burrow's gonna throw a lot for fantasy points. Go on.
I'll take it. So, no, I didn't. And I'm happy with Ryan Tannehill. Now, what I did with my second quarterback, I took Trey Lance. And here's what I did. I didn't take a defense, but Trey Lance is a guy I'm willing to kind of sit on. If he's going to be the starter, I'll probably hang on to him. If he's not going to start week 1, I'll probably drop him for my defense. That's kind of what I'm looking at. And then if Trey Lance is the starter week 1, I'll probably look to draft Phillip Lindsay. That's kind of my strategy here. And that's kind of what I would do since I didn't draft a defense. But then I took Jacoby Myers, Cole Kmet, and AJ Green to round out my team.
Steven, it's not that I disagree with you. It's just that you're wrong.
Hey, Jeff, this podcast, we let the people decide. We're putting it up to vote, and we're going to see.
You bet on Ryan Tannehill, but you stashed Trey Lance 2 picks later. It makes no sense.
No, it does. I told you, I gave my reasoning, and we'll see what the people say, Jeffrey.
You said you draft Tannehill. Did you mean trade Tannehill?
No, I drafted Tannehill. So I will drop Trey
2
Lance
picks
if,
later.
if Trey Lance is not the starter on the
He's
season.
so convinced that Ryan Tannehill is good.
Listen.
I'm sorry. Are you drafting trade bait?
No. If Trey Lance is not the starter week 1, I will drop him for a defense since I didn't pick one. If he is the starter, I am willing to drop Phillip Lindsay for a defense. So that's where I'm at as far as my team makeup. We'll see, but I'm willing to hang on to Trey Lance because I agree with Matt.
Why would you
Sleeper
drop
pick.
AJ Green?
All right.
Because Jeff, unlike you, I have more than 3 running backs on my roster.
Ooh. Things are getting a little spicy, guys.
Wait a minute. I do have only 3 running backs.
Yeah,
my three running backs
are worse than my top 3 running backs, my friend.
Oh.
All right, but we're gonna let the people decide. Hey,
No. We let the points decide. I want to let the fantasy points decide.
That's fine. That's fine too.
That's what it should be.
Right.
At the end of the year, the fantasy points of these drafts should be added up, and whoever wins
That's
wins.
fine. But you're gonna have to
Somebody
let me
find
play out
Drake.
my. You're gonna have
Hey.
to let me play out my defensive strategy.
Matt, Steve's buying my drinks.
All right, you heard it here first, guys. We're gonna let you vote. We're gonna put it on our Twitter account, Just Another Podcast 6. We're gonna put it up. Vote whose team you like the best, who's got the best potential this year. We got Steve at team 5, me in draft position 6, and Jeff in draft position 7. We appreciate you listening. Let us know how you like this format. Let us know how you like the mock draft, the good, the bad, the ugly. We appreciate you guys following along. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for the listen. Thanks for the follow. See you guys soon. Take care. Good luck in your fantasy drafts.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.
Go Browns.